I just realized I did not title this, but I'll just go back and title it once it's published. But I am going to talk about the energy for this week. The eclipse energy, Pluto energy, Mars, Venus, what to expect, what could possibly go down. Hello, hello. I thought I was talking to myself, but hi. Oh my, I didn't even really expect to come on live today, but I got some messages. Boy, oh boy, did I get some messages this morning. And my bottle's leaking. Hi, Steph. I got some messages this morning, and then I dug a little bit more into the astrology, and I'm like, ooh, this message makes a whole lot of sense. And I thought it was just for me. And I'll be honest, I kind of got a little worked up, like ready. And then I was like, I got to share this if this is for somebody else, because we want to be ready for this energy, not like to go in fighting, but we want to be prepared for what's what could potentially come in our direction. So the message I got first and foremost, really, well, let's go into the astrology really quick. So this week we have starting off in the beginning of this week, all the way into the eclipse energy, we have Pluto stationing direct. That's a big transformation, a big change. And then at the same time, we have Mars squaring Pluto. And that is, it's in the crisis in consciousness degree. This is affecting partnerships, relationships of all kinds. And it really has to do with the fairness within our dynamics, within how we relate to other people. Power struggles specifically. So there may be things that come up as far as gaslighting, meaning that you know something's going on, or someone's acting a certain way or treating you a certain way, and when you say something, they're like, what? No, you're seeing that all wrong. And they have you kind of thinking that you're not perceiving what you actually truly are perceiving. It's a form of manipulation. So manipulation for power is coming up. At the same time, Venus is moving into Virgo, coming out of fiery Leo, coming out of that retrograde where everything was dramatic and there was a lot of other things going on. Now Venus is moving into Virgo, where we are really kind of going in and seeing the details of our situations. And Venus is opposing Saturn. So this is bringing us some justice, I feel. We're really starting to see into the details, what is actually being shown to us by universe, by other people, their truth, even though they may be denying it completely to us. We can't lie to ourselves anymore about what another has been showing us. We have to actually stop lying to ourselves. If somebody else is lying to us, that's one thing, but we really have to be honest with ourselves when it comes to these things. And I know personally, I have been experiencing this with a few different people, where I didn't want to believe that it was as bad or as intense. I don't want to say bad, but it was as dramatic as it was. But I mean, the things that have been shown to me now, it's like, oh yeah, it's actually worse than I even wanted to believe, you know. Mars also will be entering into Scorpio on the 12th of this week, and that's Mars's original home, its ancient home. So more truth revealed, and we're going to really be brought to a place of realizing what is worth fighting for. What's worth fighting for real, like within ourselves, the truth, or what is worth fighting for? We're no longer going to be taking any crap from other people in this energy. And we also are no longer going to be accepting any breadcrumbs or lip service. That's another big thing that I wrote down somewhere here. Lip service. Where did I write that? I know I did, because my notes are all over the place. Oh, okay. Anyway, we're not going to be accepting when someone's words and their actions don't match. They don't add up. You've got to realize that they're just talking. They're not. Follow their actions is basically it. Saturday, we have this new moon solar eclipse in Libra. Again, more energy regarding our relationships, partnerships, relationships of all sorts. Yes, unfortunately, I let someone mess my whole vibe up with their words this week. Oh, I hate that. Oh, yeah. I know. Doesn't that piss you off? You're like, and I fell for it. I let them in. So one of the things I really want to stress, and even though the eclipse, the new moon eclipse is on Saturday, we are going to be playing out and having these experiences all week this week. What we thought that we dealt with, what we thought was over, is coming rushing back into our lives, our experiences, sort of like the final test, or basically the final test or the final lesson here. Something that we must admit to ourselves in order for us to move on, in order for us to open new doors for ourselves, to a new chapter. Accepting the truth, and these are going to be hard truths for many, no matter how hard it is. Accepting the truth. We're also going to be changing gears and really doing something about it this time. No longer sacrificing, no longer self-sacrificing, no longer sacrificing our energy, no longer accepting breadcrumbs from people, lip service, no more. This is also new dramatic beginnings for many of us. In between the solar eclipse this weekend and then 2 weeks prior will be the lunar eclipse. We have that in-between phase of 2 weeks of the in-between, where the veil is very thin and we really get time to process our lessons, our experiences, and room to grow and move on from a lot of lessons that we've learned through relationships with people. So the one thing that came to me this morning, and I'm like, I know it was a personal message, but I know it was also meant for others. There's probably going to be at least one person, somebody from the past, or somebody that you may have had some kind of engagement or experience with. They're going to come back with some kind of offer, right? It may be like an apology, or trying to get back into your energy, trying to get back into your life. These are empty offers with no real substance behind them. It's an attempt at repeating a lesson. So this is what the universe will actually come in and be like, all right, did you really learn the lesson? Because there can be something enticing in this person's energy field that's like, all right, I want to engage. And it's not to say not to accept somebody's apology, but to be mindful and be very discerning in this energy. So this is from someone that can be easily influential, but is also very easily influenced by others and by other energies. So they may view you as somebody that's different, maybe spiritual or weird, witchy, certain things that they feed into the gossip, but there's like this intriguing energy that pulls them towards us. And so the person may come in saying, I really feel a connection with you. I feel pulled towards your energy. They may or may not say that, but you may get that vibe also. And they could even be thinking like, you put some kind of spell on me. I mean, that depends on your situation. But they want to reconnect. But you can, now this is where we really have to use our discernment and feel out the energy completely, because it's going to be a test. It's going to be a tricky test. Let's just say that. So the person wants to reconnect, but ask questions, ask questions like, why do you want to come back into my life? I accept your apology, but what are you apologizing for exactly? Find out if they actually learned their lessons. Like these are people that we have gone our separate ways or detached from each other. You may still feel them in your energy field, but we're learning our lessons. We're understanding why we had to have engagements, certain conversations or engagements with these people. Do they get you? Did they learn those lessons? That's where you want to really be discerning. Ask questions. If they don't know why they want to reconnect, they're just like, you can really feel it out, if they haven't learned their own lessons and they only want to reconnect for superficial reasons, it's up to you, but the message I got was, pay attention to everything in their vibrational field. Pay attention to not just their words, but their actions and how they are carrying their energy. So this is an intense week, honestly, a very intense week that's going to challenge us and our old patterns within relationships, our old habits, our old patterns, and we'll really be given a chance to break free from these old relationship patterns that have really bound us to certain kinds of engagements with people, and also free us from our own inhibitions. And we've been gaslit so many times by so many people. It's like, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me, right? Kind of thing. So I just want to tap into this energy real quick and get a reading on it as well. Life is a great big canvas. Throw all the paint on it you can. Peace comes from within. Do not seek it without. Okay. Thank you. All right. And really, this is the most important message here, is about our feelings. It says, never make permanent decisions on temporary feelings. And from personal experiences, I have had encounters, engagements with people where I thought that the feelings were real. I thought that they were mutual, but honestly, they were lessons. And in order to release the feelings, release the old story that I thought it was a certain way, or that maybe they're going to be learning their lesson and change and come back. It's important to really focus on our life and what is it that we are painting, what picture are we painting for ourselves, not leaving other people out of the equation. What is it that it's important to open up our channels, open up our avenues to so much more, the greater plan, so to speak, of our lives. Try to be a rainbow in someone else's cloud. Peace comes from within. Do not seek it without. This could be a situation that did not end on a peaceful note, right? For any of you who already have somebody coming back into your energy field, maybe they haven't physically come back, but they're coming back in your memory. They're coming back in your thoughts. They might even be coming back in your dreams. The lesson here is to not seek that peace, that peaceful parting when it comes outside of yourself. It's meant for us to come to a peaceful place within. The lessons that what we were meant to see about our own patterns, our own, and there's so many empaths right now that are going to be tested and challenged on, because there's that whole, and I hate to use labels, but I'm going to have to, just for this specific dynamic, is the empath narcissist connection, where we have it's polarity, and there's always a mix. There's some gray area in between, but for the most part, we empaths have been drug through the mud and the dirt, and we've allowed it. We've let ourselves get drugged through it. We've let ourselves into allowed ourselves to stay in relationships that were not healthy for us because we had old habits and patterns and coping mechanisms of our own, and maybe we thought we were doing the right thing when we really weren't doing ourselves any good, and we were giving too much to others and not enough to ourselves. These are all big lessons, and I think these are all big lessons that we have learned for the most part, but this is like the final exam coming in from the universe through the eclipse energy. And to just say it's an eclipse is one thing, but to have Pluto going direct, Mars moving into Scorpio, all of these things, Mars squaring Pluto all week, Venus moving into Virgo, opposing Saturn, and my candle's starting to do weird things. The solar eclipse, and there's more. I'm just touching on some of the big ones. That's just this week. That's a lot of change. That's a lot of shift in energy. And so for those people who are not really conscious that they're on a journey of awakening and elevating in consciousness, they're going through it too. They're feeling these energies and the changes going on outside of them, and the universe is testing them probably even harder than we're getting tested. So they're going to be attracted to our energy even more. They're really going to be trying to pull themselves back into an energy that feels more like home to their soul, but their ego doesn't know what to do with that energy. Their ego actually wants to judge it in a whole different light. So that's really where I want to be giving that warning of just be discerning. Compassionate, sure, but make sure you've learned your lesson about how we give our energy or allow others to siphon our energy. Because they can mess up your vibe, right? But that's how you know. That's how you gauge. That's your body. Your body's like, warning. You've fallen off track a little bit here. Yeah. I used to ignore those. Never again will I ignore those. Oh, something else came to me and it left as fast as it came. Maybe it'll come through in the cards. Oh, last night, and I know that, as far as energy goes, we're having a lot of different energies affecting us on this planet right now. And again, for many of us who are sensitive to energies, or like absorbing things like a sponge. First time on my channel, welcome. We're absorbing these energies and processing these energies, a lot of different cosmic energies, the solar storms and the solar energies, and all of the different, some of them are almost like ancient energies rising from the earth is what it feels like, are like filtering through our physical body. Last night, I woke up in the middle of the night from a very vivid dream it started off kind of just innocent, had to do with fish and a stream, and there was something was dying. But next thing I know, these fish were trying to nibble on me, and when I woke up, I had these vibrations that were going up and down through my neck and my skull, like almost like somebody had a massager on my neck, like it was very intense. And it was in my dream first, like I thought it was the fish. I mean, you know how dreams are, right? But I'm like, what is this energy trying to, like, what is it doing? Is it good? Is it bad? What, I couldn't even tell. I just sat up. I'm like, what was that? Very, very strange. So we have the Wheel of Fortune, Queen of Swords, exactly. As this energy shifts, as this is just reiterating everything I said, but as the planets turn, as Pluto goes direct, as all of the planets, all the planetary shifts that I said turn, things are becoming very clear to us, very clear. People are showing their true colors, and their words aren't matching, but you can see through it. These are things that I cannot deny this anymore. I can't lie to myself anymore. There's got to be a whole new direction. This is the moment for us to make our own choices and decisions when it comes to relationships. Those relationships that have been too heavy. We've been carrying a lot of the weight. It's been a burden energetically, maybe even in many other ways, emotionally, physically, exhausting. Yeah, Knight of Wands. It's time to take action in a different direction for ourselves. And you can't deny it. We can't deny the truth that is being revealed this whole week. So pay attention. I don't think you can miss it. I don't think you can miss it. Endings. Inevitable endings that are meant to happen. Let's get another read. Now we have a bunch more people on here. Does anybody have any experiences that they want to share so far? I want to tap into this energy midweek also, because the messages I'm getting are almost like, prepare yourself. Prepare yourself. Things are going to come back around. Things you thought, these could be people, relationships that you haven't dealt with in years, maybe you really thought this was over, but there's unresolved business there, and it's going to come back around into your experience. It could be not that long ago, but for some it can be a long time ago. The Sun, the Magician. Stay in a positive vibe. Stay in your sun, your own energy. Because we're also very, I did a live yesterday in a reading, and there was we were just chatting, but this is a very fertile time for us to create new things for ourselves. Depending on if you're in your energy, the sun, your own vital life force energy. That's important to know what we're creating for ourselves. Don't give your energy away. But definitely learn the lessons. Don't run away from anything. I don't think that you're going to be able to. I don't think any of us are going to be able to run away from any of this. Yeah. People are going to be reaping what they've sown. So if you've sown some really good seeds, congratulations. There's going to be some beautiful things. Again, endings overall. Everything's fine, except it's not. But it will be once we finally put an end to something. Queen of Cups. Two of Pentacles. Right. So usually when we have repeat lessons, or we have people come back into our lives, or they come back, it starts off, they come back into our thoughts. And it's like, why am I thinking about this person? Their energy, they're thinking about you. Their energy's pulling on you. They come back in your dreams. Their energy's pulling on you. They're being pushed too. So we're being universally reconnected energetically. And this time, follow how you feel. Because you may be like, I don't know, you may be juggling your feelings right now when it comes to a certain person. Yeah, I want to be open and give everybody a chance to redeem themselves, but at the same time, I am not not revisiting that lesson. I've learned that lesson, and that's really the important thing here, is to just solidify the lessons that we have learned through relationships. And if we haven't fully learned them yet, you will. Trust me, I just recently had a very hard lesson solidified for me just last week, when it comes to my relationship patterns. And I thought I was like way past that. So there's a lot of hidden things that will come to light, and they come to light very dramatically. Is really, don't be surprised if there's some dramatic something that goes down for us to really see the truth. Pluto don't mess around. Neither does Mars or Saturn. So I think I'm just going to get one last card here. I'm going to keep this one a little bit shorter than I did yesterday. But I wanted to get this message out there because it's going to be, it already is, the energy's intense, but it's going to be an intense week. We're going to pull from, we're going to pull from the Native Spirit Oracle cards to give a final message for us all for this week. I will be doing the Zodiac, excuse me, probably start doing some of those readings later on today and uploading them. Also, I have updated my services on my website. If you want to check those out, I now have available for those especially who are over in the UK or in Australia or other time zones than me. I have personal readings in video format now as options, and they are cheaper than the live readings, one-on-one through Zoom or FaceTime. And so check them out. I'm offering them now for as long as I can. And if you purchase the recorded messages, I will send you a link that will bring you to YouTube, but it will be a private link that only you can view the video with that link only. It won't be anything public. So let's get one last message. Oh, and my website is BeTheChange333.com. All right, final message for us all. And as intense as this week is going to be, I feel like it is going to be a beautiful opportunity to really push us into a whole new chapter of life. A lot of change. A lot of change. Spirit of water. Trust your intuition. Know that you're on the right path. Take time to nurture yourself. Allow your inner child free rein. Believe in your dreams. Don't stifle your emotions. Trust the messages they're giving you. Purify and cleanse yourself and your home. Healing is on the way. Emotional healing energy is expanding within you. Your native spirit wants you to know. The spirit of water invites an emotional richness into your life. Communicate from your heart. Embrace your childlike wonder. This card also represents purification, cleansing, and healing. It reminds you to clean your personal space and your body. It also urges you to accept and embrace your emotions, all of them, even the ones that you don't usually like. Additionally, trust your hunches. Push off from the shore of safety and enter the flow of life. All is well. And that is just really, again, validation on what's to come. We are going to be shown the truth. People are going to show us their true colors. Believe them. It may not come through their words, but it most likely will come through their words. Trust your gut. Trust your intuition. If you don't, it will be a lesson for sure. And, lessons are all well and good as well. But I feel like for most of us, these are lessons that we've already learned the hard way, hard lessons learned. And this is sort of like a little repeater to wrap up a whole cycle. So be aware, be mindful, pay attention, follow your gut, follow your heart, follow your intuition. So that's what I have for us all this week. Thank you all for joining me and tuning in. And I'm sending you all out so much love. Take care. Bye.